EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And off we go from Denver. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So he stopped for no gain. And on 3rd down and 6 to go.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Falcons first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal. A good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Check go.
Nix to the air. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Mims in motion left.
Go.
Now it's Nix. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
70 range. 70 range.
Back to the air with Nix. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they finally get to him out near midfield. All the way across the 45 to the 46.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Broncos nothing.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mims in motion left. Here's Nix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
19 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Nix to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now an audible here into something else. Williams fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Brian Thomas, 50 yards. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good. 4 on 10 for Broncos.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football.
He's got him in, complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Falcons 34, Broncos 7.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Come 19, Viking 18. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This one swung out to Williams. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Nick's going to tap this forward. He's got space past the 25, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete that.
And now here's another interception. Loose inside the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Open man, and again it's Sutton. So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it second down.
19 Tiger.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
2nd and 5. Nix looking to throw again. He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. They'll look to throw again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
70 range, 70 range. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll run again here with Robinson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll look to throw here. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
He completes this to Sutton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The slot man in motion right.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And he fires one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Nix once more. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Nix to the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Now it's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 79 Bronco.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Check go.
To throw is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Go. Go.
Nick's going to tap this forward. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
Throwing Nix. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to the air with Nix. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but Not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
This will be caught just inside the 10. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
A gain of 6 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. They begin the drive with Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say,